So here I was thinking that we were done talking about Avengers Endgame. But it seems as though there's some stuff in that movie that I missed. Did any of you catch Howard the Duck in the great fight at the end? The great battle at the end, Howard Duck was in there. I've seen the clip of it online. I guess during the whole rush of it all, I didn't really notice him. But it looks like I'm going to have to go see this movie again. You know, if you watch Ready Player One, it's one of those movies you got to watch more than one time just to make sure you catch everything. The Easter eggs in Ready Player One, similar to the story of itself, I don't think everyone has found. I know I haven't. But I think there's a lot more left to be dug up in Endgame. And I think I'm going to have to see this movie again, just to make sure I caught everything. Anyways, folks, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 8. All right, y'all. Thank you once again for joining the podcast. My name is Nix, and I am the host of Do You Speak Geek? Yes. Thank you. You're too kind. Really? For me? Oh, man. I guess it was attributed to last weekend. Thank you. Last weekend, a lot of you all started to follow me and see what's going on here with the show and the podcast. And I want to just thank each and every one of you. If I could thank you personally, I would. As a matter of fact, I think I may start doing that. You know, so everyone who leaves comments or gives shout outs to DYSG, I think I'm going to start shouting you guys out. You know, a little bit of fan recognition, if you will, because I'm nothing without y'all. And I want to make sure that at least my listeners know that I am nothing without you guys. You guys make the show what it is. Or you're going to make the show what it's going to be. You guys, the fans. And I want to let you all know that I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, my name is Nix. This is DYSG, episode 8. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome to DYSG. The hosting site for DYSG is Spreaker, Spreaker.com. That's S-P-R-E-K-E-A-K, sorry. S-P-R-E-A-K-E-R.com. Not speaker, but Spreaker. Spreaker.com is the website that hosts Do You Speak Geek. Go there, subscribe, like the actual episodes that you've been hearing so far. Also, you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and Spotify. If you are wanting to follow along with what Do You Speak Geek is doing, hit us up on the social medias. Facebook at DYSG Media, Twitter at _ Do You Speak Geek, and Instagram at Do You Speak Geek. We also have a YouTube page. The YouTube page will be the place where you can see the exclusive Daddy and Dono show, where me and my son Dono, we review the things that we like and love about this whole geek world. Just to give you guys a teaser of what's coming up soon for the Daddy and Dono show, he and I will be doing a review of Double or Nothing, the AEW pay-per-view on May 25th. So be sure to look out for that. But the YouTube page, go there, subscribe, like the videos, flick that bell for all notifications, smash that bell. And please leave comments. We would love to know what you guys think. Also, the Patreon page, $1 a month is all we are asking here. and you will be privy to exclusive content. So be sure to stay tuned, stay close, because exclusive content is coming a lot sooner than you guys think. Well, at about this time, y'all know what we do here. Let's speak geek. So we're going to jump right into Source Wall this week. And we've got DC's pull list. We have Batman and the Outsiders #1. This book is being done by Brian Hill and Dexter Soy. This is straight from DCComics.com. When the quest for justice drives Batman into some morally ambiguous areas, he calls in the most moral man he knows, which is Jefferson Pierce, a.k.a. Black Lightning. This team seems to be comprised of Batman's, I guess, more off-the-beaten-path sort of alliances. Of course, you have Jefferson Pierce. You also have the likes of Signal, Katana, and Orphan. We're going to see what happens here. I think this book's going to be pretty good. I'm going to like it. I am a big fan of Black Lightning here lately, especially with the CW TV show. So I'm interested to see what this book is going to do. Also with DC, we had The Flash #70. This is also a sub-story called The Flash Year One. Basically, we see the beginnings. You all know the origin story. Kid's a forensic scientist, doused in some chemicals, hit by lightning, boom. He becomes the Flash. Well, this is going to start to show how he is mastering his powers. He's running through several pairs of sneakers. So check that out if you like a good origin story like I do. Marvel's pull list, we have Spider-Man The Life Story, #3. This one is set in the 80s. Good old 80s. I'm an 80s baby. Any 80s babies out there? Hit up Do You Speak Geek. But Life Story #3. Peter's life gets upended, and he's going through all kinds of turmoil, wars even. A little Easter egg there. This one's been pretty good here, and I've been enjoying this book so far. War of the Realms 4. It continues, people. It continues so much. This is from Marvel.com. Pray to the All-Mother Friera, for in her hands lies the key to ending Malekith's war. We see Captain America's rescue mission in Jotunheim. It faces the wrath of giants. Captain Marvel leads a global assault team against Malekith's allies, and the Black Panther defends Avengers Mountain against a siege of mythic proportion. None of them knows that Malekith has a secret weapon, and the bite of this weapon could be venomous. So we'll see how that plays out. Comics are a good thing, y'all. Read comics. Source Wall is very important. It gives you guys opportunity to see what's going on in the world that we all know and where the stuff originates from. So with that said there, let's transition on to Watch This. Now, Watch This week. I've got to talk about the new It Chapter 2 trailer. I'm excited to see this one. Now, as you all might not know, but if anyone does know me personally, know that I have this, I'm not going to say a fear, but an apprehension, if you will, or just a disdain for clowns. I hate clowns. Okay, yeah, laugh it up. Okay, yeah. But I watched the first It movie back in the 80s, and it freaked me out. Scarred me. I watched this newest one, and as an adult, I just realized that, this is really just a movie about this demonic evil clown getting his butt handed to him by a bunch of 12-year-olds. That's really all this movie is about. But Chapter 2 is going to be good. The trailer is disturbing and disgusting But it does get you excited for this new movie, It Chapter 2. And I don't know if I'm going to go see it in theaters, but I do want to see it. Anyway, moving on to something a little more in my wheelhouse. HBO's Watchmen TV series trailer came out this week. It led with a Rorschach army. Got a little star power in there too. We see Don Johnson and also Regina King. And of course, the symbolism behind the Watchmen, the whole tick-tock, 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 just constantly being echoed in the background of this trailer. I am excited about this. I definitely enjoyed reading Watchmen. Much to the chagrin of other people, I enjoyed the Watchmen movie. Some people did not like Watchmen, but I did. Come on, it wasn't that bad. I mean, Watchmen was not that bad. It really wasn't. It was a great movie. I don't care what you guys think. It's great. I liked it. Anyways, so I'm excited to see what HBO is going to do for this series as well. Now, in the news, we got Netflix. Netflix is inking a deal with Dark Horse Comics. Basically, with the success of the Umbrella Academy and its renewed second season, Netflix is looking to expand that IP with more options. Now, as any of you who read comics may know, Dark Horse is the wheelhouse or the publication with such comics as Hellboy, Sin City, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and The Mask. With all those mentioned, we could see Dark Horse get the same recognition and acclaim as DC and Marvel. I would personally like that, but we'll see what happens. Other network, CW, they have announced their 2019 TV lineup of new and returning shows. Of the new shows, we have Batwoman, Nancy Drew, and the Riverdale spinoff, Katie Keene, are part of the new lineup, with favorites like Supergirl, The Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, Riverdale, Charmed, Legacies, and Dynasty are all returning. And if you're not already aware, Supernatural and Arrow are returning, but they're returning for their final seasons. Aww. Yeah, I know. But that's all we got by way of Watch This. Let's talk Thumb Life. So, we actually have a good amount of Thumb Life news this week, people. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Oh my God. It looks amazing. The trailer was released and announced. Breakpoint is set to the fictional archipelago of Aura in the Pacific Ocean. Set for release on October 4th on PC, Xbox, and PS4. The game will follow from Wildlands by allowing a 4-player co-op across a stealth action-focused open world. It will also launch, as of yet unspecified, a player versus player mode. So we'll see how that goes. Also, Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, this came out of the State of Play for this month from PlayStation. Similar to the Friday the 13th game, this is reported by IGN. One group of players will control members of an elite fire team who pack state-of-the-art conventional firepower, from shotguns to SMGs to sniper rifles and more. Meanwhile, one player will control the Predator, a stealthy, acrobatic killing machine bristling with exotic alien technology, such as the infamous plasma cutter. As the fire team attempt to carry out paramilitary missions, annihilating bad guys and recovering important items, the Predator will be closing in, using its advanced vision mode to track down and ambush its prey. This is a 20th Century Fox with developer Ilphonic, and it's looking at a 2020 release date. Like I said, it's similar to Friday the 13th, so I'm not sure exactly how fun it's going to be. I hope it's better, by way of just streaming and online, because we all know Friday the 13th was just not that great. And also coming out of PlayStation State of Play, we have the Final Fantasy Remake revealed. Yes, clap for that. Yes, absolutely. As we all know, yes, Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII is arguably the greatest video game ever made. At PlayStation State of Play, we got a new look at Final Fantasy VII since the development moved in-house to Square Enix. Now, the new trailer that we came out with here focused primarily on Aerith and Cloud, and we were given a glimpse of new character models, combat, and story beats. We see Aerith give Cloud a flower like she did in the original. I am excited for this one. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up the same way I did back in PS1. So we'll see what happens here. Let's transition on to technically speaking. Now, technically speaking, Wi-Fi 6 is coming. Now, Wi-Fi 6, or 802.11ax if you want to be technical about it. This is coming right out of CNET, by the way. It's the newest version of the 802.11 standard for wireless networking transmissions that people commonly call Wi-Fi. Now, it's a backwards compatible upgrade over the previous versions of the Wi-Fi standard, which is called 802.11ac. Now, Wi-Fi 6 isn't a new thing by means of connecting to the internet like fiber. Rather, it's an upgraded standard that Wi-Fi devices, particularly routers, can take advantage of to transmit. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, well, how fast is it? That's a topic for some debate, and they don't really know quite yet a definitive answer until, testing the hardware out for ourselves as day-to-day people have done. However, Wi-Fi 6 will offer speeds that are roughly 30% faster than the current use of Wi-Fi 5, with theoretical maximum transfer speeds up to around 10 gigabytes per second. Now, that figure will really depend upon context, though, because it's a lot more speed than you'll likely ever need from a single device. And it's environments with lots of devices that need to connect. Wi-Fi 6 might make a huge difference in small homes, but with only a few devices on the network, the difference might be hard to notice. Also, if you're wondering what it's going to feel like by way of connecting devices, think about, a guy in the kitchen cooking, but you give him 2 sous chefs, and he'll be able to cook throughout the night. So, it's a way of looking at that. All right, let's talk about some other news. Now, all we got by way of other news this week here, as you all heard me previously mention for the Daddy and Donald show, we will be doing an episode about AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view on May 25th. Speaking of AEW, the TV deal for AEW is pretty much done. Now, this is reported by The Wrap. The All Elite Wrestling Turner deal is virtually done. The current plans call for a partnership to be announced through Select Press 1 hour before Warner Media's Wednesday Upfront event, and that'll be sometime around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The AEW president, Tony Khan, who is stupid rich, worth at least $7.6 billion, he and some of the wrestlers are expected to be in attendance at MSG, which is Madison Square Garden. Wow, they're going to be at Madison Square Garden. That's a real kick in the butt to WWE. I mean, if anyone knows WWE's history, Madison Square Garden is pretty much like a second home to WWE. Anyways, AEW with that announcement, the current plans call for Turn to begin airing weekly AEW wrestling this fall on TNT. Though AEW has still only had one big show to date, which was All In, its growing roster is impressive. Founded by wrestlers Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, rest in peace Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and the tag team, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, the company has signed the likes of Chris Jericho, Pac, formerly known as Neville in WWE, and the Cleaner, Kenny Omega, to wrestle among others, as well as WWE legend Jim Ross on commentary. Folks, I am excited as all get out about AEW. I can't wait. If for no other reason, I want to see AEW light a inferno up under WWE, because if you have been watching WWE lately, yes, WWE lately has been horrible. Creatively, it is the worst it's ever been. So here's hoping AEW will light a fire under them, and let's make wrestling great again. If I may tweak that quote. Upcoming Comicons. We have Motor City Comicon. It's coming up next weekend. It's May 17th through 19th at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Navi, Michigan. You have certain celebrity guests there. You got Brandon Routh there, Charlie Hunnam, David Tennant, Elizabeth Berkley, and Mark Paul Gosselaar from Saved by the Bell. You have George Takei, Lou Ferrigno. Isn't Lou Ferrigno at like every Comic-Con there is? Yes, Lou Ferrigno is a legend. Seriously, shout out to Luke Ferrigno. A legend in this geek world. Sir, you definitely speak geek. My hat's off to you. But Luke Ferrigno's at like every Comic-Con. I mean, I feel like you don't... If Luke Ferrigno is not at your con, are you even having a con? Yeah, seriously, Luke Ferrigno, shouts out to you. Legendary. Don't stop me. Palm Clementif. She was Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy and also Avengers. Nev Campbell's going to be there. Pauly Shore. Shawn Michaels. DX, baby. Also, we have creators Alan Davis, David Franchini, Erica Schultz, and the legendary Jim Lee will be there, people. So if you're in the area for Motor City Comic-Con, please go out there next weekend. Also next weekend, you've got the East Coast Comic-Con. That's going to be in the Meadowland Exhibition Center in New Jersey. You have Val Kilmer. He was Batman once. Speaking of Batman, you've got Kevin Conroy, John Glover, Lauren Lester, and Andrea Romano, and Diane Parishing, all who were voice actors on Batman the Animated Series. If for no other reason, I'd go to meet Kevin Conroy. That man is a legend in my eyes. You also have David Yost, the original Blue Ranger, Sam J. Jones, and Melody Anderson. We've got a Flash Gordon reunion there. We also have Dr. Demento, creators Kevin Alterio, Simon Beasley, Brett Breeding, Bob Kemp, Michael Cho, Matthew Clark, Mike Lilly, and many more. So if you're in Jersey next weekend, please go out to East Coast Comic-Con and enjoy yourself. And finally, next weekend, where I live, people, which is the 757, you have Tidewater Comic-Con. Yes, Tidewater Comic-Con, people. Tidewater Comic-Con. Hashtag TWCC 19. It's at the Virginia Beach Convention Center. It'll be May 18th and 19th. We have Nefessa Williams, as we all know as Thunder from Black Lightning's TV series. The legendary hardcore legend Mick Foley will be in the building. Dante Bosco. Rufio. Rufio will be in the building, people. Dante Bosco. Johnny Young Bosch. Adam. To me, the better Black Ranger. That's just how I feel about it. Shout out to Walter Jones, OG Black Ranger, but to me, the best Black Ranger was Johnny Young Bosch. Blurs, please don't come for me. We also have voices of my generation. Larry Kinney, who was the voice of Lion-O from Thundercats. And we also have Samantha Newark, who was the voice of Jim. Now, for my younger people listening to the show, Thundercats and Lion-O were great 80s cartoons. Look them up. They're amazing. Also, Lisa Marie Varon, a.k.a. Victoria of WWE fame, will be there. Creators Bob McLeod, Ryan Otley, Mark Poulton, Greg Burnham, and a friend of DYSG, the great Marcus Williams, a.k.a. Marcus the Visual. If y'all haven't checked this guy's artwork out yet, please go do so. The artwork is mwah! It is exquisite. It is amazing. Some of his best stuff is stuff that he just creates himself. I mean, I love the Swaptober. I love the just creativity he does with some of his artwork. I mean, please go check this guy out. I know he's on social medias. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. Marcus the Visual, Marcus Williams. Please check this guy's stuff out. Oh, how did I forget? Guess who else going to be at Tidewater Comicon? Me. Nix of DYSG will be at Tidewater Comicon this year. So if you are listening, please come by, holla at your boy. Let's chop it up. Let's talk. Because I want to know, and I'm sure like all of you want to know, just how much geek do I speak? Or if you just want to meet me. Maybe I want to meet you. Tidewater Comicon next weekend, people. If you're in the area, please come through. I want to see you. They want to see you. It's going to be a great time. That's all I got this week, y'all. As always, go to Spreaker.com and check out the podcast. Subscribe, like the episodes, just like this one. Also, hit us up on the other platforms to where the podcast is being streamed. Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and also Spotify. You can also follow us on the social medias, Facebook at DYSG Media, Twitter at _DoYouSpeakGeek, and Instagram at DoYouSpeakGeek. Hit up that YouTube page. My son Donald would love it if you guys did that. If we can get to, 100 subscribers pretty soon, go subscribe, hit that like button, flick that bell for notifications, leave comments. If for nothing else, just tell us why you think Donald is so dang cute. Yeah, at least do that. And Patreon.com, coming soon, exclusive content. Wait a minute. Because I'm going to be at Comic-Con with all of these celebrities, does that mean I'm going to have exclusive content after the con? Maybe. I think you have to stay tuned and find out. But as always, y'all, that's my time. I am Nix. This is Do You Speak Geek? DYSG, Episode 8. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Nix. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?